Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Headed home in Flat Rock, residents in Zone 1 are finally allowed to return, but not all of them.
When will we finally be done with the rain? We've had enough. The local forecasters, though, have some good news as we head into the weekend.
And one of the most popular baby loungers recalled over suffocation concerns.
We're going to begin, though, in Collierville, Tennessee. That's near Memphis, and that's where a gunman has opened fire inside a Kroger this afternoon. 13 people have been wounded, and 1 has died from their injuries.
The chief there says the shooter is also dead from what appears to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This all happened around 1 local time, sending nearby schools there into lockdown. We're going to continue to monitor the situation and bring you any updates as they come in. But again, just to recap, 13 people are injured, 1 dead in a shooting inside a Kroger near Memphis. All right, now to a critical consumer alert.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. I have an important recall alert right now involving a very popular children's product, one I had in my own home. Take a look. The Boppy line issuing a major recall. That includes the Boppy Original Newborn Loungers, the Boppy Preferred Newborn Loungers, and Pottery Barn Kids Boppy Newborn Loungers. Now, more than 3 million products being recalled altogether. This after 8 infants died after rolling over and suffocating. These products were sold at Pottery Barn, Target, Walmart, and on Amazon.com. You should contact your retailer for more information and also for a full refund. I'm going to put more information regarding this particular recall right on the Help Me Hank page at clickondetroit.com. I'm Hank Winchester. Back to you.
All right, Hank. Also breaking, the FDA has given the green light for Pfizer boosters for some. As they say, the devil is in the details. Today, it was up to the CDC's advisory panel to work out those details. And just moments ago, the 15-member panel voted in favor of recommending booster doses for people age 65 and older and for residents of long-term care facilities. They also voted in support of a booster option for those age 18 to 64 who have underlying medical conditions, but they voted against boosters for those 18 to 64 in occupations or institutions where the risk of infection is high at this time.
There are 15 who voted yes, 0 no's. The ayes have it.
A unanimous vote in favor of boosters for those age 65 and up and those living in long-term care facilities. No surprise, given the clear evidence, vaccine effectiveness is decreasing over time in those high-risk groups. But there was much debate over the risks and benefits of a booster in younger groups. Another key question, can those who fall into the recommended groups but who got the Moderna or the Johnson & Johnson vaccine get a Pfizer booster instead? The FDA says they don't yet have the data to support that.
I can tell you that we will proceed with all due urgency to try to get there as rapidly as possible, working with the various vaccine sponsors and with all of the available data.
Still, panel members express frustration about the focus on boosters.
The hospitals are full because people aren't vaccinated. We are declining care to people who deserve care because we are full of unvaccinated COVID-positive patients.
The CDC director emphasizing boosters are just one piece of the puzzle moving forward.
That means that as we operationalize a plan to provide booster doses to Americans, we remain committed to continuing our robust efforts to vaccinate as many people as possible here in America and around the world.
So these are the panel recommendations. The CDC director still has to officially sign off on the recommendations and expect more of the details to be spelled out in the days to come.
Our other top story tonight, after being forced from their homes for weeks, residents in Zone 1 in Flat Rock are finally able to go home.
And this comes after the recent sewer testing revealed safe vapor levels in the sewers. Sean Lay, live right now in Flat Rock. Sean, important to point out, though, a few residents still have to wait, right?
Let's lay out this entire day for everyone here in Flat Rock. 11:30 today, the mayor called me saying Zone 1 right here was given the all clear. Later in the day, we learned that the Wayne County Health Department's recommending 14 homes here remain vacant until tests can come back. We're also learning, and residents should know in both zones now, that not every home has been tested. Many in Flat Rock evacuated and many came back early.
Things to do, and just having the dogs in a hotel just does not work. Trying to work from a hotel versus home when the dogs are used to running around and going to the bathroom when they want.
And you don't smell any danger at your home.
And I have not smelled anything at the house.
And now the all clear has been given for Zone 1 and Zone 2, the two Flat Rock areas where there were major concerns about benzene fumes in the sewer system and worry those flammable fumes would seep into more homes. The all clear was given just before noon today.
I'm greatly relieved. These are our people. These are my friends. I've grown up in this town.
But just a week ago, officials stressed that the air quality in all 1,100 homes in the two areas would have to be tested. That has changed.
By combining the data from the sanitary sewer systems, the research that's been done on where the sewer systems run, how they're connected, and then the surveys in the homes, they've been able to clear large areas rather than going individual one-by-one homes and making sure they're clear.
Both Wayne County Health and the State Health Department agree benzene levels in Flat Rock sewers remain low, so they're confident that most homes are safe. The state writing, MDHHS concludes that any remaining gasoline vapors within Zone 1 are not expected to harm people's health because the source of the contamination has been mitigated. Anyone who does want their home tested can request a test. Back here live, been talking to Flat Rock residents who went through that voluntary evacuation, still staying in hotels right now. One said after work she was going to pack up and head right back to her home in Zone 2. Another dad with a very large family in a hotel says he's not so sure. So we asked the mayor and he says Ford will extend stays in hotels. No one's going to get kicked out until they feel comfortable to come home and they feel comfortable to have their house tested. So people can still stay out if they don't feel comfortable. Live in Flat Rock, Sean Lay, Local 4.
Okay, Sean, let's turn to the weather. The rain has let up a bit, but we're not done yet.
Yeah, my goodness. Let's get over to Paul when we might be able to see the sun again. It's been quite a while, Paul.
Oh, you know what? The sun will come out tomorrow. Hey, you know, I think I'm going to write a song. Yeah, I think I will. Well, you're the songwriter. I'm not going to. Anyhow, we've had an average of 3 to 5 inches of rain across the area. By the way, yesterday, Metro Airport, 2.23 inches yesterday. That set a daily record for rainfall. Storm Tracker 4 shows the heaviest rain now up over the thumb. You can see there's a bit of a northward drift here. So this upper low is going to be moving out tonight. It's going to take a while. It's a process, but we'll see this rain diminish. If you're heading outside for whatever reason right now, 52 degrees west wind at 14 miles per hour. Feels like 40s out there. And we're going to kind of stay in that low 50s range through the evening with light rain and drizzle. Our next rain chance does impact part of the weekend. We'll break that down for you straight ahead.
All right, Paul. Now, right now, DTE says 77,000 customers are without power from the high winds and the rain that we've seen over the past couple of days.
One of the hardest hit areas is in Port Huron, where streets are littered with downed trees and downed power lines. Victor Williams is live there tonight. Victor, the cleanup is well underway.
Yes, that's right. The cleanup is underway and DTE is working to get the power restored as soon as possible. This is a very common sight. Take a look right behind me. Notice this tree has been uprooted and unfortunately has fallen on this beautiful home here. The cleanup and recovery process begins for the thousands who are still without power in the city of Port Huron, the result of dozens of trees falling over and toppling power lines within the city.
Mother Nature's, you don't mess with her.
Ginny and her son were home when this large tree came crashing down on them inside.
The whole house shook and I panicked pretty bad.
She says she was looking at the lightning from her enclosed porch when she realized that danger was just a single wind gust away.
Not even 20 seconds I could hear the tree separate or splinter.
Thankfully, she moved out the way in time, or she would have been crushed by the giant branch now literally inside of her home.
I could have just stood there and froze. I'm just grateful that I didn't.
Just 3 miles away, it's the same frightening account from Marie, who was at home with her 4 kids.
We were getting ready to watch a movie, and next thing I know, power's flickering, and it was very scary for the kids.
Her neighbor Robin even believes she saw flashes of what was a power line being struck by lightning during the storm.
It looked like a big ball, probably this big, bright lights that you've ever seen.
Unfortunately, because of the 100-plus lines knocked down, power will be out until crews from DTE can get it restored. In the meantime, the company is hoping to soften the blow, passing out ice and other resources to those still in the dark.
We're managing. Gotta do what you gotta do.
And the good news is that no one was hurt during the storm. We're told that DTE is hopefully going to have the power restored for all Port Huron residents by tomorrow. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Okay, Victor. Well, after all of that rain, crews had to work around the clock, but just like that, the gates opened on the first public day of Motorbella.
And the weather didn't keep people from coming to check out everything the show has to offer. Business editor Rod Maloney is live at the M1 Concourse in Pontiac. Rod, there's a whole lot for people to see.
Well, yeah, and there were a lot of people here, believe it or not, despite the rain, who came out to see the show. In fact, there was a couple from Saginaw drove all the way down. We're the first in line here this morning when they opened at 9 a.m. We heard of a lot of things from a lot of different people about this show. They're still pumping out the water that's in part waylaid the show. The hope is this ends and the sun decides to come back out someday soon. Michael Maxwell came all the way from Gladwin.
Seeing a lot of pretty cool cars, a lot of new innovations coming out, especially with the Stellantis group over there.
He was on a class trip, as was Evelyn Gore and her friends here. Evelyn's a senior from Lakeshore High in St. Clair Shores. They came for an architecture class, but Evelyn's dream and excitement for being here is pure Motown.
And for my art portfolio, I'm doing like the depth and close-ups of parts of cars, because when I'm older I want to be a automotive designer.
Of course, all of this excitement is something decidedly new for Pontiac, and Perry Earl Jr., who lives here, wants it to stay.
I think that it will be a great addition to the city. The city got many things that's coming in.
Now, in case you've not heard of it before, the M1 Concourse is a racetrack lined with garages. Owners spend considerable sums to have storage space and a raceway at their disposal whenever they want. Mark Fourchette is one of those who is very happy to host Motorbella.
To have this kind of event here really draws attention to M1, draws attention to Detroit. It lets the owners here kind of celebrate cars, which is why we bought here.
And of course, there's a lot more to be seen here, including some super futuristic technology that is very helpful, and also some interesting looking vehicles. We'll have those on Local 4 News at 6. Reporting live from Pontiac, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Wait to see it, Rod.
It'd be nice if we get it to dry out for the next couple of days so everybody can get up there and enjoy it. Coming up, one of the musical icons born here in Detroit.
Tonight, the special honor that brought none other than Alice Cooper back to Metro Detroit.
Love it. Also, a city here in Michigan handing out filters and water bottles to residents over lead concerns, and it is not Flint. Grant?
What was supposed to be a press conference about a debate that wasn't happening has kickstarted a debate of its own. Coming up, the rhetoric used by challenger to Mayor Mike Duggan, Anthony Adams, and what Adams is saying about what Duggan has been saying about him.